Hello and welcome to Let's Stumble Through, the YouTube series where our guide got eaten by a dragon and we're completely and hopelessly lost. Please send help, we're starving. Oh, jeez. So you won't believe what happened? You won't believe it! You just won't believe it. I was recording, I had a lovely episode all squared away. I went to just, close Audacity to go to the next episode. And you won't believe what happened. It didn't save. Even after I made sure. Nothing was saved. So we're going to be redoing this entire goddamn episode from scratch. Because screw it, I said so. Okay, now where was I? I was going to go here. Oh, that's right. I was going to free dear old Grey Rat, first and foremost. Get over here right now. I'm in no mood to deal with your shit. Ow. Sir? I am very, very tired right now. Please, sir. Oh, jeez. I even forgot to do the thing. Okay, let's just double check. Great. Everything's working great. Ooh, and we got deserter trousers this time. Oh yes, and I was supposed to show off the thing. Okay. The Lothric armor. This is gonna give us some information into one of the inner workings of Lothric Castle. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Where am I? I'm not falling down a roof? Good. Okay. Armor of a celebrated Lothric knight. The coat of distinction is all but fallen apart. Okay. The knight has served as one of the three pillars since ancient times, and shares place alongside Wyverns as a symbol of Lothric. There's a symbol of peace there. And that would have been a bad idea. Okay. Only those possessing a knight's resolve are fit to wear this garment. That's just to say, it's real fucking heavy. I mean, if I had maybe one more point, I could wear it. But as it stands, if I wear it, A, the neck looks awful, and the helmet is really the only thing that covers that. But B, I fat roll, because I'm over like 70%. Thankfully it's 70% this time. Was there anything useful in the deserter garb? Is worn beyond recognition. It's interesting, because if you look at the insignia, they're both... I believe they're both Lothric. Let's see if we can get a closer look. No, I think it's something else. Interesting, so these deserters came from somewhere else. That's good to know. Good to know, alright. Let's go and get the key. Get free our friend. Where the fuck did you come from? Where the hell did he come from? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna do it all, okay? We're gonna do it all, and I'm gonna die in the process because I am just. No mood for your. I'm in no mood to deal with your shit, Carl. Damn, Carl. Alright. I can't remember. Did we did not get the thing yet. Okay, so for the second time, let's meet this bastard. Now, if you remember Uix Gondor, he, the first boss we fought, kind of hard to forget. He had that weird growth on his back, and then he turned into some scary, scary snake thing. Well, prepare to witness my nightmare turned horrid. Over here. Yup. Run this way, on the ladder just in case. Okay, you safe? We're safe. Let's just get a good look at it with the peepers. Now, there's a thing I'd want to say about this. It was... Yes. Now, if you play Dark Souls 1, yeah, and you... If you play, like, the Artorias DLC, actually, let's just... Firstly, grab you. Grab you. Thank you. Those crystal lizards are great for grabbing ores. If you see one, well, if you go to where it is, quit and reload the game, it'll be there. It'll save time. Now, where was I going? I was going to explain El Terrifying Snake Man. Oh, you're just slightly out of reach, are you? Ow. Ow. I am not having a good time. Ow! Alright. Screw you. Right. El Snake Man! El Snake Man is, from what we could tell right there, he was a hollow. Right up until that big thing just came out of him, like some sort of parasite or whatever. Now, the only other time we saw that was from Iwik's Gundam. So we can assume that there's a connection between Iwix and those hollows. I should have probably killed them. It's going to get very loud if we get in here. Let's just deal with you. And your friend. Come on, where is he? Here we go. Oh, God. Let's just wait for him to pass. So yeah, what's the connection between Iwix Gundor and that hollow we saw there? Well, at first glance you say not much, but... Oh, sweet. Oi! I'm not in the mood for your games. What did I say? I'm not in the mood for your games! Thank you! Okay, so... To understand the connection between Iwix Gundor and the snake thing, I'm gonna have to first get into a bit of lore that we don't know. It's only gonna be lore if you've played Dark Souls 1 and the Artorias DLC, and that is the whole lore surrounding the Dark Soul. What is the Dark Soul? Well, the Dark Soul was one of the 4 souls at the beginning of the Age of Fire. You know, right next to the first flame. And the Dark Soul was one of the Forgotten Souls, and it was spread among humanity thanks to the work of the Furtive Pygmy. Hang on. Thank you. And the Dark Soul is different than its counterpart, the Light Soul, because of course that's a Light Soul, in that it focuses on changing physicality, and by that I mean the physical world. It's fairly self-explanatory, but let's just make sure we're all on the same page here. The Dark Soul changes physicality. And the Dark Soul, also known as humanity, was a driving mechanic in Dark Souls 1. Let's just deal with you. And your fire-bombing friend here. So yeah, I recommend highly to take this bastard out, because he throws fire bombs at you while you're down there, dealing with at most all of them. And those barrels are full of oil that explode with fire, which is terrible. So before I get back to the whole humanity Dark Souls 1 thing, let me just point something out I couldn't point in the last episode. This is a regular chest. I know, but pay attention. This is a chest because it's dark brown. It doesn't move, obviously, but bear with me. And the chain is not pointing towards the front. The chain's pointing towards the back. This is a sign that this is a normal chest. We're gonna run into other chests that look slightly different from it, mainly the lighter shade of brown and the fact that the chain is pointing towards the front. These are mimics. Do not trust them. They will kill you. As it stands, we can open this one without any fear. Grab the glorious Silver Knight shield. Because... shall I look at the insignia on my shield? It looks almost like the one on the, on here. Let's show item info. Yeah. Our shield and this guy's crest almost have the same, like, bottom half of the icon. Oh, interesting. But yeah. The difference between the Silver Knight shield and our shield is, well, A, it's worse in terms of stability, but B, we can use our weapon art with it without having to two-hand our weapon, which means we can... let's just show you. As it stands right now, to do our weapon art, we have to two-hand our weapon and hold the parry button, which is annoying because then you have to re-equip your shield. But if you have, like, a shield which has the weapon skill, and it's, like, weapon parry, in its parry button or whatever, then you won't have to worry about two-hand, okay? You can just go right from here, pull the trigger, and you're right into the weapon art stance. And it brings up the shield automatically, which is super useful when you're dealing with, like, great shields. That wasn't terrifying in the slightest! Okay, let's just see if we can get a dog here. Because I do not want to fight these people all at once, if I can. Oh, Jesus fuck. Okay, we've got time. So, the Dark Soul, also known as humanity, was the driving mechanic in Dark Souls 1. Like, you die, you go hollow. You're closer to becoming... is there something? No. To becoming hollow. And the more humanity you have, the... I believe stronger you were, just slightly. So, logically speaking, and there he is, fucking finally. Come on here, Fido, I know you want to. Now, if you used an axe on that guy, he would have been flung all the way over there. That would have been very annoying. So yeah, in humanity, in Dark Souls 1 was like a source of power. The more humanity you have, the more powerful you were. Now, since the Dark Soul, the humanity, is tied to physicality, you know, physical world, the fucking beam I'm attacking right now, it stands to reason that if you consume too much humanity, then you yourself become bigger. As sort of a representation of your power. Because that was God, I love swords. I love swords. You can combo them so well. It's great. I just have to aggro one without the other. So yeah, the more humanity you consume, the bigger you get, and the stronger you get. Alright, let's just hope that's not getting picked up. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do some nasty acts. Alright. And this was a thing in the case of, let's see, we had Ornstein the Dragon Slayer, so he wasn't the one that ate humanity, and we had Smaug the Executioner, yes, sorry about that, I always get those two mixed up. Maybe it's because I had to fight both of them at once, completely alone, scared and frightened. Okay, let's deal with you, and... thank you. And thank you. So Smaug the Executioner in Dark Souls 1. God. You won't ever learn this in Dark Souls 3, okay? Unless you somehow get his armor. Actually, I think you can. No, we'll get to that later. He was the Executioner in the first stage. The first cycle. Like, you know, the fire was linked, and... it was the first flame, and the fire had yet to be linked. Like, nobody had linked the fire. Lord Gwyn was still around. And for those of you who don't know, Lord Gwyn was the guy... I believe it was... giant or god? Because there's a whole system. So he was the god that found the Light Soul, and used it to bring about the Age of Light. So Smaug the Executioner was in his service. And Gwyn let him eat the corpses of the people he executed, you know, afterwards, of course. It's not barbaric. Fuck. But that did mean that he was also consuming large amounts of... Oh shit. We're gonna have to go through him. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. Nope. 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 Using it. I'm using it. Actually, I think it would have been better just to go to the shrine. So yeah, Smaug the Executioner. He had a habit of eating people. So logically speaking, the humanity that he consumed, as well with all the people he ate, caused him to get physically bigger. Which is the case, because let's see if I can get a good place to show this off. Ow. 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 Good. I think outside might be a good idea. Nah. We'll just go to Grey Rat and I'll show you there. Because he got really big. Shit! 2v1 is useless when I can hit you both. Okay. Now let's go this way. So he got bigger, and not in the whole sense of like the giants or whatever. Yhorm the Giant, I don't think, consumed people or humanity, mainly because he's not ballooning. Like we've seen, I don't know if we've heard this yet, because I'm probably misremembering and just remembering from another save, but the crestfallen guy, yeah, at Firelink Shrine. Ow. He mentions Aldred to say in the deep, and describes him that he ate so many people that he ballooned like a bloated pig. So we can assume that that's the result of eating humanity. And we can also assume that's the case since fucking like Smaug the Executioner was a big fatty boom boom. And we'll get to Grey Rat after I get this done. So, just like going with this, humanity was the thing that's changed the physicality, and for some reason or another, we have hollows now that have these weird things that are coming right out of them. And just, they are just horrid things to deal with. We don't know why that's happening, so we can assume that maybe they've got some portion of the Dark Soul, and since the Age of Light is so close to going out, like the Unkindled are rising from the graves. That's how bad it's gotten. The Unkindled have never existed before in Dark Souls games, maybe in Dark Souls history. But now it's at this case, so maybe all those which have eaten people have decided it would be, are now like suffering for it because the humanity is now taking control of them. Now, off of that little, like, I don't even know where that was going, to Grey Rat.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you? No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash.
Oi!
Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town. Not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty.
That's not saying much.
What do you say then, huh?
Yeah, sure, I mean, you were locked up in here for some reason. We did, forget to read the key. We'll get to that later. But sure, we'll trust you.
Very well. I humbly place my faith in you. I am Grey Rat of the Undead Settlement, and I promise to assist you. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. Do your part, and I'll do mine.
Loretta. Yeah, he's fucked off to Filing Shrine now. So, since we finally remembered after that useless rant, okay, key to Zelholing thieves and the like. There's no shortage of brash thieves in Lothric, and these particular thieves likely scaled the wall from the undead settlement. Oh, big fuck-off wall they managed to get over. How nice. Okay, but now this one is where we get into some lore about goddamn Lothric Castle, which is annoying as hell. But they were only willing to practice their thievery on the high wall, for their fear of Lothric Castle, rumoured to devour men, keeps them clear of its grounds. So, we now have some very critical lore about Lothric Castle. Like, the people in Lothric Castle had a habit of eating people. Was this, like, did they discover the power of humanity by themselves, or did Aldrich have an influence on them? Either way, we now know that the people in Lothric Castle ate other people, and as we've already discussed, that means they consumed humanity. So they've gotten more powerful and physically bigger. Okay, let's just do this the right way. Thank you. Okay, climb up the ladder. We just... I'm sorry if my heart's not into this. I just had a lovely, lovely recording. Now, I'm going to redo all this. Making decent time too, so let's hope we don't die this time. Oh sweet, we didn't trigger. Great. Alright, I don't think there's anything else. Okay, I spoke too soon. Okay. Fuck it, we're here. Just die! God damn it, that was a horrible, horrible thing. Okay, good. Now, let's deal with Fatty Boom Boom. So these blue knights, let's see, where's the thing? It's here. Let's see if I can make it! I made it. Alright, now we just have to wait. Hopefully he doesn't find us and kill him. Now we'll notice that this guy has ballooned. Some would say like a drowned pig. He's one of the knights that consumed people in Lothric Castle. Not the face! Not the face! The face is important. Okay, we don't have much time to deal with him until he... Okay, I'd say that went pretty well. Why? Well, because he didn't have time to use his miracles. Yes, he can use miracles. It's terrifying. Don't let him do it. Ever. Alright. Let's deal with you. Let's deal with you. Got the rapier! That I'll never use. So many weapons, so little time. Yes, I remember this. So yeah, you'll notice that this guy was essentially just guarding what I believe were his fallen comrades, because he might not have gone hollow, because hollow, you're mad. You don't have any semblance of who you are anymore, right? Maybe for a time, it's a very passive thing, right? Oh, I've always liked, like, the park down W.B. Winston Street, or whatever. So, if you're a hollow, you'll generally, like, stay around the park near W.B. Winston Street. It's a very subtle thing, so we can assume that he did not cut all of their heads off. And this is a thing to keep in mind, because there's a theme with, like, decapitation in this game. And I'm not entirely sure why, but especially, like, later on in the game, because we're gonna go through most of the storylines as best I can. And we're gonna see that there's a bit of a fixation on, like, the whole severing of the head thing. Alright. And where are you? Dead, that's where you are. Okay, got that. Great. Now. Meet this guy! This guy. This guy's an NPC. He's not another player. Why? Because... Look, okay, there are unspoken rules in Dark Souls. You place your summoning sign either at the boss room, in this case where there's like 2 boss rooms, so, and you wanna know which one you're fighting, or you place it at the bonfire to help somebody get through a level. This guy's an NPC, mainly because look at how he follows me. Yeah, and he has no emotes, so he's obviously an NPC. Now this guy, this little shit, like, yes, all you Dark Souls 2 fanboys, yes, he is like, maybe the undead from Dark Souls 2. But we're gonna fight him later. It took me so long to remember this fucker, and he was the bane of my existence up in that goddamn castle. But right now, he'll help us get through these bastardy knights. Alright, let's just aggro 1 and deal with the... Aggro 1! No! Fuck! No, I am not dying this way, I refuse. Yeah, as much as he did take damage there, that was mainly my fault. He's dead already, mate. Leave him be. He is a bastard to deal with because of his great axe. And I don't think I got a great axe this time. Lovely. So yeah, I did not get a great axe this time. Saddening. Like when we fought, in the last episode, when we fought the hollows in the room with the key, I got a great axe, which sucks, because that's the great axe he's using. And I believe the description was, use, something. It uses your entire body in its attacks. So it flings people across the room. But sadly, if you miss, you're stuck like that. Which is something you really should know when you're fighting this guy, because god damn it, he is the worst. Now, let's meet the Hollow Knight. How is he? Whoa! Shit! I did not heal! I completely forgot to heal. Okay, so I'm out of Estus flasks. I will admit, that's a bit of a bad thing. Don't stab me. Don't stab me. Okay, that's good. Got a refined gem out of that. So yeah, he was a Hollow Knight. So we could assume that he wasn't an Uncanol. How do we know he's hollow? Because of the red eyes. The red eyes mean that you're hollow. It was a theme in Dark Souls 1, like you could see just the red of their eyes. Presumably that was like because of the first flame or something, but no, that was just that was the hollows. And that's a bit of a mechanic later on in the game when we fight the Abyss Watchers. Now, let's meet this lass. Also, just look at that. Look at him, he's so adorable. Sorry mate, this is a boss room. You may be wondering yourself, why am I so calm when this is a boss room? Because there's no way in hell I am fighting this boss right the fuck now. We'll save that for when I actually have power.
The wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle.
Emma Watson?
Allow me to speak frankly.
Oh, she moved up in the
You
world.
will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their journey homes converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall, forge on through the great gate, and raise this banner to proceed.
Thank you. Now do you have anything else to say?
This farewell gift is for you. It is the insignia of an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers. Then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits.
Lovely. Now, any last words of encouragement?
Unkindled one, head to the high wall's base. Go through the great gate and raise this banner to proceed. But beware, the dog keeps a close eye on things. The vile watchdog of the Boreal Valley.
And that's basically all she has to say. And in that, we got a lot of information. Yeah, I have enough, Estus. Okay, thank you, let me go. We've got a lot of information. We learned that the Lords have forsaken their duty. They've said, fuck it, we're not gonna be Lords of Sin anymore, and went home. Which is understandable. Because linking the fire, if you played any of the other Dark Souls, is Dark Souls? Yes, Dark Souls. You'll know that it's a process that that should completely consume the one linking it. Yeah, he is nowhere near as aggressive as he will be. Now, okay. Now I'm assuming he's just another unkindled on his way to you know, to get the Lords back. We can assume that he's like us right now, because there's only one reason I can think of for what's going to happen later, and that's he's going to change his mind. Where was I going? I was going. Yeah, so, information we got from Emma Watson over there. The fuck was that? Yeah, okay. The Lords have left to their churning homes at the base of this castle. Now, what could she ever mean by that? It's a very strange thing, because for some reason, since this is literally the end of the Age of Fire, like, as close as it's ever gonna get, because, you know, the unkindled are needed, then things are getting even stranger than they are now. The Dark Souls' time and space is just getting distorted to ridiculous proportions now. And I don't think there's anything that can be done to mitigate that until the fire is linked. So we learned that. And we also learned that the dog, we might have to fight something called the dog. What could that ever mean? Very strange. Very, very strange. We'll get to that once we get here. If you'll notice the very suspicious, what is that? It's a blue hue, like maybe even some frost or something. We also learned of the Boreal Valley, another area in the game we know nothing about. And we'll get to all that later, assuming A, the video file works, B, the audio file works, and C, none of it is gone. I'll see you next time, where we will summon a good old friend. I've missed you, you bastard, you.